Hello everybody, my name is Lee Keither and welcome to Smokers on the Water.
La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la la.
Hi, thank you for joining us at Smokers on the Water. I'm back after a long hiatus. In this video, we're going to talk about Chipotle and just what Chipotle is and what we're going to do for this experiment. Well, for starters, what is Chipotle? Well, that is a jalapeno that's been smoked, and then you can dehydrate it after it's been smoked, crush it into a powder, turn it into a seasoning or whatnot, and there you go for that. Now, how would you impart Chipotle flavor onto a cut of meat? If you're thinking you'd take the powder, sprinkle it on like a rub, add some salt, pepper on there, wouldn't be wrong. In this case, though, what we're going to do for an experiment is we're going to take these large pickle jars filled with diced jalapeno peppers, and we're going to put them into a bag and marinate them overnight. We've got 2 bags, 2 jars, 2 chuck roasts. We're going to pour those in, let that go in the refrigerator for 18, 24 hours. Let it really get that jalapeno flavor infused into the meat. And then we're going to put it on the smoker after that. So to start out with, let's get our diced jalapenos. And maybe put one chunk in there. We got some pretty good ones too. You'll notice I've got some decent marbling on those. So they're both about the same size, so they should cook up about the same evenness. At least that's the goal, hopefully. Pour all that in there. There we go. Now, that nice and soaked in. I'm going to add a little bit of water, top it off so you got all that going to sit in there. All right. And then from here, I'm going to try and get all that air out. And that. Second one. Bag. Go. Get this, these all marinated. All right, time to take a All right, and now everything's all set up. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator overnight. And we'll see you tomorrow to throw these on the smoker. All right, it's the next morning. We got our coals going. We actually have a halfway decent day out here on the lake. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this out. Get this arranged a little bit. Get that one on. Go ahead. Throw these on. Keep the door open. And I'm only going to use two. Well, I'll use three. Let that start getting built up. Get the fire going. We should have the grill up to temperature. 15 minutes, give or take. 15-20 minutes, give or take. Then we'll throw the meat on and get to smoking. All right, that's the next day. We've had these in, marinating, getting all good. Now, we've got a little wing tosser bowl we're gonna empty this out into. Get it all fixed. That'll be fine. That off of there. Don't need the bag anymore. Toss that and get all this jalapeno off of here. Okay, now, what I'm going to do, let's get a lot of these jalapenos up. I don't think I'm going to get them all off. They might add a little something to it. Maybe. You never know. But, now that's a marinated piece of meat right there. You can see all that marbling still coming through. That's not bad. And then stick it back onto here. Get chuck number 2. Scrape all that off of there. And with it all marinated like that, you got a lot of moisture on the surface, so I won't need a rub binder. As far as rubs go though, what I'm going to be using for a rub is simply black pepper and paprika, so I can get a bark on here. The brine has infused enough sodium into that. That's salty right there. So I don't have to worry too much about that. Now, not too much there, because we're going to be wanting the rub to stick, but the black pepper to stick. Take these off. Get all that on my bowl. And just like that, we're just going to cover it in some black pepper. Get a good bark on. And some regular paprika. I don't want it to be some heavy, fancy paprika. Just this is great value Walmart paprika. It's going to be fine. Remember, we don't want to really mess with the overall flavor profile. I'm not adding any garlic to this. This is for bark only. Maybe a little bit of flavor enhancement to go with the salt that's automatically in the brine. So, got that going. Flip it over. Pepper up the other side. plate. So what am I doing here? Grinding pepper onto a bare plate. Well, I'm going to roll these sides. Take that. Like that. And that's a little hack to get the sides there seasoned. Repeat that step. You don't want to neglect the sides. Want to get that rub all over the place so that you get a good bark everywhere. That's take, drop you on that. Same thing here. There. Righto, chop. All right. This one here seems to be the thicker of the two, so I'm going to use that for the thermometer. Stick you right in the center there. All right, and these are ready for the grill. But first, the thing about these is, you notice they don't have a fat cap like a brisket does. So the way we're going to make up for that is Wagyu beef tallow. And here's a little tin. Throw it in there. And we're going to use this for basting later on, about 90 minutes in. Keep it moist, keep that fat on that. But we're going to put this in the smoker. And this tallow is going to get smoked up along with the chuck roast there. And I'm going to take this. All right, we got her all set. And we're going to go out and put this on the grill. All right, I'm going to throw it on the grill now. You'll notice if you here, we're riding at right about 225. And the reason I got a little bit lower than that is or lower than 275 to 300 is because I really want the smoke to build in and I'm going to have a longer cook with. So, at least that's the idea. Hopefully it works out. I'm going to put the tallow right there by the chimney and place these two on. Just like that. Get our cord down here. A little channel where it doesn't quite pinch. Lower it down. And we're gonna let it ride. We'll come back in a little bit, check out how it looks. Maybe about an hour and a half. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let it set in and start basting a little bit of that tallow. The other thing the tallow is going to do is at the very end, when I do the pink butcher paper wrap, you put the tallow into that, wrap it up, finish it off. It's going to be real good. The whole main idea is to infuse smoke with a jalapeno marinade, and those are the two dominant flavors that we want today for this experiment. See if it works. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, it's been about an hour and a half. We've got a good temperature maintained here, 225. We're going to go check it out, see where we're at. And I you think of those right there? That's looking pretty good. Now, right here, that's the tallow. And it's got that little golden tint to it, and that's from the smoke. What we're going to do is not a lot. Let's give it a little baste right there. And this, hopefully, the thinking is this will make up for the lack of fat cap that you normally have on a brisket. Get a little bit of moisture on there. Not a lot, not a lot. You gotta save some of this for that pink butcher paper at the end. So, let that get back up to temperature. Check it out in another hour and a half and see where we're at. But so far, it's looking pretty good. All right, we got them off the smoker. We got a good bark going. We're gonna let them rest for about 30 minutes before cutting these things in, cubing them up. And we're gonna put the rest of the tallow in there, the smoked tallow, and then put them in the oven. I got an oven preheating at 300. I'm gonna let them sit in there for another 20 minutes and finish up. They should be good to go. We'll see how it turns out. All right, got it rested up for a little bit. I'm gonna take these off and cube them up. This one's a little bit more marbled than this one, or had that fat in there. So let's see where we're at on that. Oh, that cuts straight through. Right. So we're definitely getting some tenderness out of this. Wow, look at that. Yep. It's got that juice in there. Very squishy. Oh yeah. These are definitely some fall apart stuff right there. Dump these in. I'm gonna try and keep them cube shape, but this one was real marbled in. Let's see what this good tastes like here. Yeah. There's a little bit of heat to them. So the jalapeno heat's definitely in there. That is just tender. Hopefully. Oh yeah. Let's see something here. That pull test. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good idea to let them rest, that's for sure.
This is a good sharp knife, but I need one of those big long barbecue knives I see other people using. I mean, I guess if the steel's sharp, right? So that works out. So now, get this on there. Spread it out a little bit. I'm going to hit it. I'm done with that, so I can take the gloves off. But I'm gonna hit it with just a touch of season. And add more of that tallow there. Stir that in. We're not using the barbecue sauce on this, remember. We're letting the jalapeno and the smoke take all the credit. All right, another 20 minutes at 300. We'll come back and see what this is. Well, if it actually comes out better than that, I'm gonna call this a success because that's awesome. We'll see. That one's real chunky. Yeah. 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 That's where it is. You get the smoke and the jalapeno. All right. We'll see how that turns out. Another 20 minutes in the tallow finishing off. Right now, so far so good.
Go.
All right. Now we're at the final stage of this. This is the taste test. Got my culinary partner in crime, Kaylee. This is my daughter. We've got Jay here. He's a chef of one of the major restaurants in the Athens area, Go Dogs. And this is Kaylee's boyfriend, John. We all have forks. We're going to sit there and see what the finished product actually tastes like. Now, the cool thing is these guys are not going to BS me. They're going to tell me if this is right or wrong. Now, it could taste good, but as far as Chipotle goes, we need to see if the experiment actually worked. It can taste good and still have the wrong flavors. We want to know if it has the right flavors. Do we have smoked jalapeno? And that's what we're looking for. That's the opinions I'm looking for from these three guys. So guys, without further ado, let's dig in. Get everybody else's opinion. I think it's good, but Kaylee?
I must agree. It's pretty freaking good.
All right. Jay?
Oh man. That phenomenal.
John?
Very good.
All right.
Phenomenal.
Well, do we have, now, here's the general consensus. Do we have a smoked jalapeno presence? Obviously, we got smoked presence because it sat in the smoker all day, but the jalapeno presence with the smoke, does that work?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I can still taste it, and it's swallowed. Yeah, I can still taste it.
All right. So, looks like this experiment was good. We're going to turn these into brisket tacos, and we're going to spend the rest of the night enjoying the food. Y'all have fun. Thank you for watching Smokers on the Water, and we'll catch you next time. Well, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll try to have some more videos out here shortly. and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for watching.